Atlantic City boys basketball team. Good morning, Fades. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. How you feeling? Rough game last night against Holy Spirit. Those guys always bring it, and pretty intense game. Kind of a defensive struggle there for a lot of the first half, and you guys pulled away there in the fourth quarter to win 56-46. Always a big win when you can go in there and take care of Spirit on their home floor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's every year it's always a big game, whether it's at their gym or our gym, and you know, our defense early on wasn't that great, but eventually we wear them down, and by the fourth quarter, that's when we really pick up our defense, and it showed last night.
What's it like when you're a player and you find out, you know, on Tuesday afternoon that the game is sold out and they're not selling any more tickets? You know it's going to be a huge crowd, and even the JV guys get a great crowd there as people file in, you know, sometimes an hour and a half early for that game.
You know, it's an awesome feeling because growing up, watching these games and going to them, you just dreamed of playing them, and to hear that it was sold out, and it's just an awesome feeling because sorry, but it's just awesome because it's an atmosphere that most of us have never played in, and to be able to play in an atmosphere like that is awesome.
Talk about Coach Gene Allen here for a minute. Here's a guy, you make a mistake, and he's going to let you know about it.
Oh, absolutely. And not even just in the games, in practice, too. He's a perfectionist, and he expects nothing less from us, and he holds us all to a high standard. So,
have you ever been the brunt of his, how should we say it, his excitement? Would that be a word for it?
Excitement or tirade. But definitely. Yeah. Absolutely. Every single person, even on every single level, has been subject to his backlashing. But you know, he at the end of the day, he loves us all. We all love him, and he holds us to a high standard. And we go out there and perform for him because we see how much he wants it. So, you know, he's a great coach, and I've loved playing for him the past 4 years.
Yeah, he's one of those basketball junkies. I mean, he's the kind of guy that'll be there, you know, all day at the basketball court. You know, you see him at these tournaments, and you guys might have a 6 o'clock game, and he's there at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon checking out the other games.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you see it all the time.
What's this team like? You know, obviously every year Atlantic City, you know, kind of starts out slow and then really comes on, and you guys have really started a lot faster than in years past. What's the biggest difference between this year and the last couple of years?
Well, early on in the season, you know, we were actually talking about this yesterday. Early on in the season, we were kind of feeling each other out. People were playing, including myself, we were playing a little selfish. And that's why Coach Allen was really hollering and screaming, as he always does. But he was hollering and screaming more. And it just kind of, I feel like after we played MLK, it finally started to click. We started playing as a team and team defense, team concept. And I feel like, you know, that we're really starting to buy into what Coach Allen is saying, committing to defense and being patient on offense and running through our sets. And it's starting to translate into wins. So it's really good to see.
It took you 4 years to buy in? Come on, man. The guy knows what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think what I noticed about this team, and you know, Lamar Thomas said it last night after the game. You know, he was pretty adamant. You know, we're Atlantic City's coming for you, so be ready when we're on your schedule. And it seems like that attitude kind of permeates throughout the whole program. You know, you guys have a lot of seniors this year and really want to make your mark. Has that kind of been the attitude all season? Absolutely.
You know, being an Atlantic City basketball player, you have high expectations every single season, regardless of, you know, if it's freshman, sophomore, junior, senior dominated team. And a lot of us, I think we have like 10 seniors on the team, and we really want to make this a memorable season, and we want to have a lasting impression on Atlantic City for many years to come.
Talk with Ryan Fader of the Atlantic City boys basketball team. Off to an 8-1 start. Took care of Holy Spirit last night, 56-46, and kind of a a grinded out type of game last night, Ryan. A lot of fouls being called. There was 20 alone in the first half. I think more than 40 for the game. How difficult is that to kind of get your feet under you in a game like that, where you start to realize that the refs are going to call it real tight and not really let you play as much as you might want to?
Going into the game, we all knew that it was going to be a really tightly called game. And, trying to get momentum in the game when they're calling fouls, it's hard to do, but you just have to keep pushing, keep grinding, and just keep playing, because even if they're going to call it tight, you just have to keep going hard. And I feel like that's what we did, and we just kept attacking, and we didn't give up on defense, and it translates to a win. So we're all happy about that.
Yeah, just a quick side note here. There were more than 40 fouls called in the game, and you were one of the only guys to foul out.
Yeah, I think three of our guys fouled out, and then I think Ray Bethia was fouled out too. So.
Well, I guess, playing a game like that, there's going to be a lot of fouls called. The refs want to keep control of that. Such a lively atmosphere. And, talk about that rivalry a little bit. You guys, you circle those games on the calendar every year. And like you said, whether it's Atlantic City or Holy Spirit, you're going to get a huge crowd. The tickets usually sell out about 4 or 5 days in advance. And what's that rivalry been like, being a part of that the last couple of years? And that's going to be a great memory for you going forward from your high school career.
It's awesome to play in, because I remember back in 8th grade going to the Atlantic City Holy Spirit game, even for football, and going to it for basketball, and just seeing the atmosphere. And I always wanted to be a part of it. And now that I actually am a part of it, it's a surreal moment to play in front of all those fans, the screaming student section, and the back and forth jeers. So to play in the rivalry it's definitely awesome. It's an awesome feeling, one that I can't really describe, but it's awesome.
Now, your old man Keith was a pretty good ball player back in the day. Where's the one-on-one series stand with him?
He refuses to play me because he's like, you're 18 years old, you're in high school, you should be able to beat me. And I'm like, well, why don't you just do this so I can beat you? But he's my biggest supporter, and so yeah.
What's that relationship been like? The last couple of years. Obviously, it's never easy parenting a teenage boy, and you kind of petulant as a freshman and sophomore, but then you grow up and kind of turn into a young man. And talk about that for just a few quick seconds here. You mentioned he was one of your big supporters, and it's got to be great to finish up your high school career. You're gonna be off to college, going to Duke next year, and you're gonna be away for 4 years. So you got to be enjoying these last few months here at high school.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Early on, my freshman, sophomore, even my junior year, after games, my dad was always, he'd be like, come on, Ryan, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. And he wasn't really happy how I was playing. But now my senior year, everyone tells me in the stands he's ecstatic. His smile is he's just beaming in the stands because he says I'm playing really well. And, it makes me feel good, because my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, he wasn't really happy with how I'm playing. And now that he is, it's an awesome feeling.
Well, you better get a quick plug for your mom in here, too, before you go.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my mother. She's the best. She's also one of my biggest supporters, just like my dad. And, freshman, sophomore, and junior year, she was happy with how I was playing. She would always pick me up when he was putting me down. But
the old good cop, bad cop, right?
Now. Oh, yeah, good cop, bad cop. But now my senior year, she's definitely so happy with how I'm playing too. So it's awesome.
Good stuff. We got to take a break here, Ryan. Thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season.
All right, thank you, Dave.
All right, that was Ryan Fader of the Atlantic City boys basketball team.